Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kati and today we are going to go through my April spending. So how much I spent on stationery and other fun things, and then I thought that we would do together my May spending tracker and set my goals for May. So here is my spending notebook. This is an Midori B6 Slim gridded notebook. And it's in a Hobonichi Weeks cover. So here is April, and I didn't spend a whole lot in April, so that way April went very well. I started with 20 no spend days as a goal, but then I was thinking about my HB90 goals, and for some reason I decided that I want to aim to have 75% of all the days in the year as a no spend. So then 20 is not enough out of 30, so I set myself a new goal between the month to aim for 23 no spend days. And that's pretty tough, so I don't know if that was a good idea, but yeah, I can blame myself for that. So in April I had over 60 euros from my March money left, and March was my birthday month, so I got some birthday money. So then I could afford to put 100 euros in my stationery budget for April. So then when I reduced my ebook and YouTube premium subscriptions, I was left with 84 euros. And then when I add up what I had left in my budget, was 145 euros and 45 cents. And here you can see I did pretty well, so just necessary purchases. And then on the 16th I did an order from Book Depository, and it was due to the announcement that they are closing it. So then I was just like, okay, I will buy the one book, the next one that I have on my wish list, so as a last order from them. But I haven't received that book yet, so I don't have anything to show you, but it was a book about Clifton Strengths, so a non-fiction book. Then again, no spend days, necessary purchases. And then on the last day I went to a thrift store and I found this and couldn't resist. She believed she could, so she did. So I don't know if this is any brand. If you know if this is familiar to you, please let me know where is this from. But it's a pin and it was only €1, so I bought it. I haven't decided yet where I will put it, but I don't know, all the help that I can get now is needed, so I bought this one. And it was €1, so not bad. So in the end I spent in April only €1 for stationery, and yes, I count this as stationery because I have always counted like motivation materials like nice postcards and things like that in this budget, so I thought this will also then go in my stationery budget. And then the book went into my fun category. So in total that was €29.50, and I was left with €115.95. And because I spent so little, I got my average amount down. So now I have spent, it's almost the same amount as in March, because I only spent €1 in stationery, but I got my average per month down. So in March it was still €69 and now it was only €52. and I would like to get it under 50 euros, so I'm pretty close now. And then I had this goal for a new budget zero to aim for 250 euros. And when we now go to my May budget, of which I was pretty excited, but also a bit like irritated, you will understand soon. Here I wrote that the earliest possible month to reach my new budget zero is in June, and realistic it is in August. And if you don't know what this means, is that instead of having the zero as the limit how much I can spend, I would like to have a new budget zero, so 250 euros, so that in a way I would always have at least 250 euros in my budget. So if there comes a release or something that I really want to have, I would always have at least 250 euros to spend. Of course, when I empty that budget, then maybe one day, then I have to save the money up again. But if I have the zero as my budget zero, then it's like I can have 0 euros or 10 euros. And then if there is something that I really would want to buy, it takes months to build up this 250 euros. So that is why I came to the idea to have a new budget zero. But let's set up my May. So I already wrote the day numbers and the month and the year, and here is my color code. So no spent days and necessary purchases is the same color, because those are things that just need to be. And then stationery is pink, and other fun things from this fun budget are in yellow. And I'm kind of missing my old personal rings insert, because I just could print them and then fill them, and now I have to write everything every month. But on the other hand, I have thought that maybe it's good to write them and then be able to think about them every month. So my savings from April are there. Then my budget for May. So for May, I'm also able to give myself 100 euros, because I could fill my sinking funds in April with my birthday money from March. So, and in May I also have a little more income than usually, so I was able to give myself again the 100 euros, which is like my goal or dream to be able to budget in my stationery and fun budget every month. And then I also received a late birthday present, so I decided to put that 50 euros also here in this fun budget, because of course that was the point for that person to give me some money to buy myself something fun. So then we end up, let's double check, with 134 euros and 2 cents. So my total budget, when I count these together, I end up with 249 euros and 97 cents. And here is my irritation. That's 3 cents away from my new budget goal. So if I wouldn't have bought these things, I would have already reached it, but it's okay, but I'm pretty close now already. Then I counted, so if I want to reach the 75% of days as a no-spend day, and May has 31 days, so if I count, so 75% of May is 23.5 0.25, so I have to round that up if I want to reach my goal. So I would have to have 24 no spend days in May, so I could only spend on 7 days. And we will see how that goes. Here I will put my tracker. Where's my pen? And I'm now filming on the 3rd, and I have already 2 no spend days. Then I will write my goal here, and now I'm pretty sure, well, no, I can't say that if I come up with something, but it's possible to reach in June, and actually it would be also possible in May if I would sell something. So that would be a good motivation, because I don't need a lot, but then I can't also buy anything, but let's put it that way. And then I want to put my balance in here. Okay. So now I have my spending tracker for May set up, and let's hope I will reach my goals, which are pretty tough or tight, how you want to put it. Have you bought something nice lately? I haven't had time to surf on the web or anything, so I don't know, maybe that's, well, for my budget that is a good thing, but that also means that I haven't had any free time lately. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. I hope to see you down below in the comments. Bye bye.